and do career mode. Today we are going to be selecting our main drivers and getting into our first race. So our helmet design, it's very exciting. A black and what is here, you want a bit of blue. So for anybody who wants to recreate the design, and what is that? Vibrant green. I am from the United Kingdom, and my car number will be number 80. My name will be
Ahmed, Ali, Anderson, Azim, Bailey, Baker, Baxter, Begum, Bell, Bennett, Bird, Bloggs, Blue, Brown, Buchan, Byrne, Campbell, The Captain, Carter, Cartwright, Chambers, Chapman, Chen, Clark, Cohen, Collin, Cook, Cooper, Cox, Crab, Croft, Crofty, Davidson, Davies, Day, De Jong, De Vries, Depala, Devlin, Doyle, Duffy, Edwards, Ellis, The Engineer, Evans, Falcon, The Flying Finn, Franks, Freeman, Gallagher, Garcia, Gardner, Jilks, Goodall, Gowers, Graham, Gray, Green.
how we have Gowers and Gilks.
Green, Gregg, Griffiths, Hall, Hanson, Harris, Hawke, Herbert, Heslin, Hill, Hirani, Holmes, Hopkin, Houdon, Hughes, Hunt, Hussein, Iceman, Jackson, James, Jenkins, Jensen, Johansson, Johnson, Joker, Jones, Carlson, Kelly, Khan, King, Knight, Coronan, Kumar, Lawrence, Lee, Lewis, Lloyd, Lucky, McDonald, McKinnon, Malone, Marshall, Martin, Martinez, McBride, McCarthy, Meir, Midas, Miller, Mitchell, Moore, Morgan, Morris, Mr. Monaco, Murphy, Murray, Mackinnon, Nielsen, O'Brien, O'Connor, O'Neill, O'Reilly, O'Sullivan, Oldtimer, Olsen, Parker, Parry, Parsons, Patel, Phillips, Poole, Potter, Power, Price, The Rainmaster, Red, Rees, Reed, Richards, Richardson, Roberts, Robinson, Rodriguez, The Rookie, Rose, Roland, Russell, Ryan, Ryder, Saliba, Schofield, Scott.
Yes, I did run through all of them. Until I got to my one. I did that deliberately. Anyway, career mode. We are going to be selecting the Cyber F1 team. Our teammate is going to be Charles Leclerc. Where's he at? Why is it changing? We're not going to be bothering with anything like alright. Flashbacks gonna be on. I'm gonna be using flashbacks. Don't judge me, please. We are at Australia for round 1. This track I am absolutely sick to death of looking at. It's been on the calendar since 1996, and in 1996 and 2001 and 2016 we had massive accidents at turn 3 involving Martin Brundle, Jacques Villeneuve and Fernando Alonso. So anyway, Albert Park. To Ferrari.
Thanks for coming
employees
by.
welcome. Well,
I'm sure you're very
here we
anxious to
are.
get out on track. It's taken a lot of effort to get to F1. Congratulations. But the real work starts now. This is...
Claire, motorsports journalist. Nice to meet you. You'll be seeing quite a lot of me throughout the season. So, you had a pretty impressive junior career. How are you feeling about your move into F1? Do you think you have what it takes?
Let's save the questions for a proper interview, shall we? I'm sure you'll have a lot more to talk about once there's been some action on track. I think we could fit you in after FP1 if you're free.
That works for me. I'll grab you the second you finish on the track.
Remember, the relationship you have with the team can be affected by what you say to the media. So be careful. Anyway, it's time to catch up with Carl. He's waiting for you in the data center. Good luck out there today.
I'm not going to be bothering with practice sessions because they do get boring after a while.
Welcome to the data center. Here, we've got access to all kinds of information, including car telemetry, weather, lap times, tyre wear, the list goes on. Plus, we've got a direct link back to the factory, so we're in constant communication with the team there.
I think
We need you to regularly feedback
The
about
main
areas
issue
of the car that are lacking and help us direct our
having
resources in the most productive way.
one main,
More effort here
task
equals
for
a
each
quicker car,
practice
so it's
session.
well worth the effort.
like, put in
Good luck
like
this
a
season.
list of like 100
Oh.
challenges to do
Make
during
us all look
practice.
good, okay?
So anyway, starting
Welcome to your
off,
new team. Sauber is the kind of
With
team that other
1,000.
privateers aspire to be. No matter the challenges they face, they rise to the occasion and make it out the other side. They need someone who can be consistent, resilient, and determined. And there's no doubt in my mind that you can give them those qualities.
Frederick Vasseur, welcome to the team. Hi Scott, welcome to the team. Between yourself and Charles, I'm sure we can have a fantastic season. My door's always open if you need anything. Kindest regards, Frederick Vasseur, team principal. Carl, as I mentioned before, keeping on top of research and development is critical to improve the car's performance. You'll also need to actively manage the limited supply of gearboxes and power unit components throughout the season. You can find details and explanations of how to manage these areas via the pause menu. Carl. Good morning. Attached is a summary of your current contract terms. Make sure you pay close attention to your qualifying and race objectives, Emma. My minimum qualifying position is 18th. That seems easy. Minimum race position is 18th as well. Seems easy. Driver seat is second. Team goal easy, which is basically another challenge to get extra resource points, which you do get a lot of in this career, which means upgrading our cars to the top of the midfield is going to be hopefully a little bit easier this year. Goals update. Here's a look at the detail of your latest team goal. Try and work hard to complete it. Doing so reflects well on you and will help the team with their development resources. Emma. So I need to complete one race weekend, which is clean. And now we get 400 resource points. And here is my weekend preview. Morning everyone, I've attached a preview for this weekend's Grand Prix. If you have any questions, come see me in the data center. Carl. This is going to have 2 sets of soft tires, 5 sets of soft tires, and 6 sets of ultra soft tires, which equates to 13 sets of dry tires. We are currently last in both championships, so we'll be hoping to improve that in Australia. And the weather forecast is the latest forecast are in for qualifying in the race. Looks like it should be nice and dry all the way through. The full report is attached by Jeff. Jeff is one sexy bloke.
Here you can see the pertinent details
And
about
I'm
your
not
current
gay.
contract.
Trust me, I know
On
I
one
make a lot
side
of
are the
gay
objectives
jokes,
and
but
bonuses
honestly,
that we've negotiated with the
jokes for being
team.
gay, but I'm not.
On the other is information regarding how you're perceived throughout the paddock,
what?
your reputation with the current team, and your overall value to them, which is a combination of these elements. Winning rivalries is a great way to earn respect from your team and around the paddock, which will help make it easier to negotiate favourable contracts. Your first rival is always your teammate, but you can choose who to declare as your second. The harder the rival from the eligible selection, the more respect you stand to gain or lose depending on the result.
when my main rival at the minute is Charles Leclerc. I need 30 points against him to gain 25 respect points. I have raced. I have had a no average finish or no average grid. Had 0 fastest lap, 0 laps driven, 0 miles driven, and 1 team joined. That's the only number apart from 0 or no number on there. I've got 0 Drivers' Championship, 0 Constructor Championship, 0 points, 0 race wins, 0 pole positions, and 0 podium finishes. I am hoping that I can change that massively throughout this season. I mean, obviously, might get a lucky win potentially out there. So here is my weekend tire allocation again. The R&D tree is very interesting. I'll be getting to that after the race. So let's go into practice 1 because we were forced to, because we have the interview afterwards, which is going to be like, oh man, unlucky, oh man, you did so badly, you didn't go out on the track and you finished last place. Honestly, are you confident in this weekend? Do you feel like you do not need to practice?
Welcome to Melbourne,
man?
where the practice session is a...
I have raced around this track in this car before. I have all of my setups. One thing I'm going to do in this session is change the setup to Australian Light. Let's get to qualifying.
As all the cars are now over the line, you're...
Wait, the fuck? Did I just see the final turn at Sepang?
Bad luck out there today. What do you think went wrong?
Exactly.
It's been a lot of hard work, but here you are making your debut in Formula One. You must be thrilled.
I'm thrilled, but this comes with a lot of pressure to live up to the team's and my fans' expectations.
So how are you finding things at the team? Are you settling in?
They've been in F1 longer than I have. There's so much to learn and I'm relying on them to guide me.
What are you expecting out of this season? Are you just aiming to find your feet in Formula One, or do you see something more?
Cyber have put a lot of faith in me and I'm going to bring home the points for them.
Great, well that's everything.
Oh, hi, Emma. Listen, I should be a king with the ladies by the end of my career mode. Because I spend a lot of time talking to girls on this game, honestly. And I've put in all the right answers. Well, you kind of have to lie and say something that you don't really mean to really get your sportsmanship up. Alright, so 5 more messages. Let's read them. Freddy Vasseur. You'll have to show some patience for the first part of the season, as we expect our initial pace to be towards the back of the grid. But don't worry, everyone's working hard and we have a great investment into the team. As long as you do your bit, we should be able to move forward in the middle of the pack over the course of the year. That's exactly what I'm hoping for, Freddy. You are smart. Do your best out here today. We really want to secure a good spot on the grid. Remember though, Charles is the main target. He's the first rival you'll be judged against. Jeff's with our weather forecast. Just standing in the latest forecast ahead of qualifying. Remember to make any last minute setup changes before leaving the garage. There are a few tricky spots on the circuit here. In particular, be careful at turns 5 and 9. The curbs are high and if you take too much you'll spin right off the track. What about turn 11 and 12? Them 2 corners are cancer. Well, turn 12 is cancer, but the exit. Also keep in mind there's a slow speed limit in the pit lane here, more than a lot of other circuits, so take care not to exceed it as you'll be flat out in the entry. Finally, don't cut turn 12 too much, just a fast right hand speed chicane. trying to be fun here, okay? If you keep your foot in, but first it's easy to unsettle the car, and second, it's easy to get a penalty. You gotta find that balance. You gotta find that balance. You gotta find that balance, okay? Carl is gonna have a moan at me every single race weekend about my participation, and I'm not gonna give a fuck. Scott, as you did not complete any laps in the last session, the number of resource points gained was very small. Had you participated comprehensively, more would have been awarded. I don't fucking care, because you get too much resource points anyway. Anyway, 15 minutes in, and we haven't even did qualifying yet. So anyway, let's head into qualifying for the very first time in this cyber career mode. I am excited to see what we can do and where we can qualify. I will be getting an early lap in, hoping for top 15.
Welcome to Melbourne,
That
where
would be
qualifying
nice.
for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. Watching some of the cars attack the high-speed corners, it occurred to me that this might be one of the more awkward tracks to
Of course,
prepare a
Kimmy
car
isn't
for.
smiling.
Do you go for top speed over grip, or do you look to maximise performance in all the corners?
Drivers are going to need a nicely balanced car to be fast here. They'll need to get the most out of the medium and high-speed corners, which will push them to run more downforce. But in turn, this slows the car down on the straights. It's a tricky balancing act.
First I got my setup here, 7 kilos of fuel in the car, so I will be selecting a set of Ultrasol tires and heading straight for the track. Flying lap, of course, because I don't have all day. Yeah, I do, maybe, yeah, potentially, yeah, probably. Let's drive. Oh, got that wrong. What? Gearboxes. Sure suggested it could be your thing. Yeah. Well. Use it. Having manual gears helps slow the car down because you can gear down quicker, meaning that you will slow down faster. The car is very low in terms of downforce, which is what our main focus will be this year. Hopefully we can improve the aero for this season. So that we're very competitive by the end of it. Kevin Magnussen on 22.8, which is a good lap for him, but we're hoping to beat that. That wasn't just a 1:21.5, so that's completely out of our reach. We're already 1.3 seconds down on it.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Anyway. That wasn't the best lap in the world. Neither of them. Had my ups and downs, but the most important thing is that we are 0.8 of a second behind our teammates.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 23.8.
Second run, less fuel, fresh tires, so we should be a lot faster this lap. That's more like it. And I've beaten my team this time. Wouldn't matter if I were to go for another lap because Mr. Science blocked me. So anyway, outside the top 10, Hulkenberg and Ocon setting exact times and Sainz beating Ricciardo.
You're doing a great job. We're much higher up the field than we
I'm
expected to be.
exactly a 1/10 of a second ahead of my teammate, and with only 4 minutes left, Valtteri Bottas is leading the session, 0.023 seconds behind Raikkonen. It would be the first finish 1-2 on the grid, I'm pretty sure. But I'm hoping that Charles cannot improve his time in the last 2 minutes of the session. Of course, it is very close between us. I do not think he's
The
going
grid
to.
is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our
Beat
top
me.
3, who are Vettel, Hamilton,
But
and
only
Kimi
by like a
Raikkonen.
cup, and I was
It's
aiming
time
for
to
top
leave for now.
15. But we will get him in the race, hopefully. Anyway, stream. 24 minutes in to the broadcast.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. It's been
Made
a
what look
great
easy?
qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that
We have a
momentum
great
into
strategy.
the
It should
race?
get us plenty of points. Top
You
10
didn't
finish would
spend
be
much time
amazing.
practicing. Are you saving your car for the main event?
If you don't need to spend time on a track, there's no need to do it.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Anyway, we're losing our rivalry by 1 point, but it's only 1 point, man. Like, it couldn't be too much worse.
Well done.
Like-
that was a good qualifying performance.
Anyway, one message. It's that time again, I guess. You nervous? Well, I'm sure you're keeping a calm head. Just try and visualize the first lap like we discussed. ERS to hot lap before the start. Not too aggressive into turn 1. There isn't enough margin for error. Watch for opportunities into turn 2 and back off the ERS and settle in for a comfortable rhythm. Hopefully we avoid damage and we'll be set for a good race. Have fun out there. Now, I don't know why damage is on. Why I put damage on when I mean cause I rewind every time I get damage. I will flash back if I do get damage to my car to turn 1. Anyway.
New drivers, new cars, and a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that hosts the first round of a 21 race championship, taking us from here in Melbourne, Australia, across the globe before we eventually reach the season finale at Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. Just south of Melbourne's downtown business centre is the one and only Albert Park Circuit. 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy circuit with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake and a couple of good passing opportunities here as well, thanks in part to the DRS zones into turns 1, 3 and 13. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo, and Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Sainz, Perez, and Kevin Magnussen, Ocon, Grosjean, Fernando Alonso, and Leclerc, Scott, Van Dorn, Pierre Gasly, and Brendan Hartley. Stroll and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
You qualified higher than we were expecting,
So anyway.
see if you can keep this position in the race.
That looks like a good strategy. Now lap 6 is good. Anyway, lads, let's do this. First racing career. With the best start in the world, Charles Leclerc. Through pass into turn 1. Narrowly avoiding a collision with Alonso. Still down in P14, Alonso on the inside. I also making double overtake. Running inside, getting past Charles Leclerc and Roman Grosjean. They run wide. No!
What happened?
Flashback.
Let me know you're
Flashback,
okay.
kids. Flashback. Oh, Jesus Christ. Charles Leclerc. Hi. Sorry, I had to get run wide. Oh my god. That was just a bit of clumsiness here. Let's just flash back quite quickly just to get that happened. Anyway, chasing Fernando Alonso for P12. Hopefully I can get the move done soon. Because I am worried about getting dirty air from his car. He does have the faster car.
Well done, mate. Nice start.
But I go for a nice simple dive around the inside, getting held up by Magnussen and straight ahead of him. as we end the second sector in the first lap out of 15 with this Australian Grand Prix. Can we catch up to K-Mag ahead of us, or will we have to drop back and think strategically to get past? Well, it seems like we're keeping a good gap behind for a minute. As we do
You're
for a
hitting
little
the
touch of
energy
grass,
deployment
but
limit
we're
and
going
losing
to
ERS power before the end of
go
the
for a
lap.
little bit of an
Lower the
aggressive
ERS
move, but
deployment mode to prevent
But
this.
Ocon really wasn't happy with that as he shoves us sideways onto the grass, but he's got the move done anyway. That was a bit of aggressiveness from me and a bit of counter-aggressiveness there from Ocon, and we both lose time there on Sergio Perez ahead. Gets me up to P11 and just one place behind a point position as Perez and Sainz go side by side for P8. They almost make contact. I think they did make contact there. As they move to turn 5, very slow there is Ocon. I can see if I can stick my nose in. Can I stick my nose in on Paris as well? Right on the inside. Will I get the exit speed I need to get past him? I think so. Yes, I have. I've got past Sergio Paris, and I am up to P9 at the start of this Australian Grand Prix. They will be right back at me on the run down to turn number 13. Perez closes in behind me, going for turn 11 and 12, the flash chicane, taking it 6th gear, but in real life is taking it 7th gear. Coming through, turn 13 now, they haven't quite got close enough, and I believe that Carlos Sainz will have the pace to pull away from me, as he has got no cars to hold him up in front of him. I have taken massive advantages over this first lap. Carnage as we are up into
DRS will be enabled
as
this
DRS
lap.
gets enabled.
Use it when within 1
Force
second of the
Indians
car
are
ahead
going
and
to
in
be
the
right on
DRS
my
zone.
tail, going down to turn number 3 here. I'm not quite in DRS range, but signs I don't think for turn number 13. But they Force Indians behind definitely will be close enough to pass, and I think they could pass into turn number 11 maybe even. Ignore this cheeky minor corner cuts, I don't care, because I play the game the way I want to on career mode. Oh dear, I ran very wide for turn 8, which means Sergio Perez is going to have a little look around my outside, but that's never going to work on him. I get a warning for a collision with Perez, but as I said earlier, he could be having to go around the outside into turn number 11. I defended that. You cannot go for that, sir. As Ocon now could go for me. I'm covering the inside, and now I gotta squeeze it out to get as much room as possible on the entry, and it has worked. But now I'm dropping off even more to Carlos Sainz, and I will be nowhere near DRS range of him going into the final corner now. But P9 is a vice position, that's 2 points on the board. That would be fantastic for Cyber.
We're approaching the pit
The
window.
last time
You'll
they
be on the
scored
super
points
softs.
on the opening round was in 2015, where they scored 5th and 9th with Felipe Nasr and Marcus Ericsson. This year with Scott Wyatt being me and Charles Leclerc. It's going to be very interesting. Hold on, I've got OCD quickly. A sec, I need to change something. Sorry, not that option. Camera options. Cockpit. Yellow column on. Still not on, but okay, I will just deal with that for the rest of the race. Don't focus on that. Ocon might get me. Oh dear, I've been very slow there for that corner. But can Ocon get the speed on the exit to pass me? Not quite. The DRS has not worked this advantage very well. As this is very interesting because this season they introduced 3 DRS zones on every track. Well, some tracks. As we approach lap 5, we're only 1 lap away from our pit stop.
Okay, gap to leader,
As Ocon seems like he's got past me. Yes, he has. There's Esteban Ocon up in the P9. And I'm hoping for dear God that I do not get passed by Sergio Perez as I can. I do feel confident in the brakes going for overtakes with the less downforce that my car has, but there's being confident and there's being stupid. Which is why I'm going to dive bomb into this turn, and oh dear, I've made contact with Ocon, and that was a bit clumsy, but I didn't get a pass before it because obviously, oh man, but now I'm going to have Sergio Perez on the inside to turn number 9 here. How I defend for turn 10, 9 more side by side through the sweeping flat out section on the run down to turn 11. The way F1's going in their direction. There will be 17 corners on this circuit next year because that little bend on the flat out section, I'm not going to call it straight because it's not straight, that's going to be counted as a corner by next year. The same way as the kink before turn 3 is now called turn 2 at the Austrian Grand Prix circuit as we come through the final chicane now. The frame is really frustrating is that I can't go flat out through there, which means I got the worst exits possible as Sergio Perez is closing in, and I want to keep ahead of him on the run into the pits. But DRS with the straight line speed of that Force India will play right into his hand as he tries it around the outside. He's still there. Can't quite get it. This car feels absolutely terrible to drive as we come through. And I spotted wide through there, and that's absolutely stupid for me. Is now Sergio Perez is going to get even closer behind, and I think he's going to get me through the pit lane as we go into the chicane now. Obviously very bummed out about that contact with Ocon there. That was not something that I had in mind at all, as I tapped the Force India driver, putting him
box this
into a
lap.
half spin.
Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't
I'm
speed.
on lead mix. This Perez just absolutely done me. Same with Ocon, well I cannot defend at all because it lets me out of the points since the Force India's past me. This is my last chance. Ocon, I'm going to have you on the inside, and oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, that is not went to plan at all. That is how you dive bomb. Oh no, it's not. I want to flashback again. I'm going to stay behind Ocon. It's just natural to just try and go for it, and obviously he's going to shove into you and swipe off your half your wing, because that's what he does. We're close enough to go for the move, but he's just going to take you out. If you try it through there, he's just going to barge into you and damage your car when you're trying to go to the pits. Anyway, Perez, hopefully he gets held up massively by cars coming past him here. As I am last in the pit lane. I have lost absolutely massively in that pit stop compared to Sergio Perez. He has lost absolutely.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Yeah, he was like 20 feet back. And then I had to wait for Alonso, who was for some reason not held back by Perez. So, and then I had to wait for Grosjean. So now that's put me in a very bad position as we enter the second stint of this Australian Grand Prix. Then I'm hoping I can take advantage of about 3 other cars, starting with Esteban Ocon. Hopefully, they can slow is I put one of the fast guys in corners and pits, and they'll be piling their noses and piling their tyres at Esteban Ocon right inside of turn 13. And guess has that happened? No, it hasn't. Why? I have no idea. As we are on lap 18, right, P18 on lap 7. Oh, it's been an accident. What's happened? It looks like it's Lance Stroll or the other Williams dude. It's Sergei Sorokin. Let's see what happened. He's on board side by side with the Renault into turn 13, and he just made contact and spun. And let's see it on board. It's going to be a better shot. It just hits the rear right and spins into the barrier and loses some wing. That will lose him quite a lot of time, as he's had a major accident with Stoffel Van Dorn, and they are both out of the race. That is absolutely incredible, as they are now both out of the Australian Grand Prix. That is just I tried to avoid it, but there's ghosting in this game, which is nice. That's a good plus for me. He has been held up. Hopefully the cars will come Grosjean and other guy. Yeah, because of that I've lost my speed to my teammate Charles Leclerc.
0.9 seconds.
But I will hopefully be getting past him pretty soon. I'm gonna let it go to 60, and then I'm going to put back into standard mix. But we have a lot of overtaking to do if we want to make up these positions. Of course, with Lance Stroll and Stoffel Van Dorn having an accident there, because of the collision with Lance Stroll and
Gap to the car in front is 1.5 seconds.
Because of his contact with Carlos Sainz. Oh, there's even more yellow flags. It's the Mercedes, I think. Somebody's broken down on the straight, the main straight. It looks like there's a Mercedes who's slow. It's Hamilton. Hamilton has had an engine failure at the Australian Grand Prix, and he's made contact with the Ferrari, his rival Sebastian Vettel, who now has major damage to his front wing. And as Hamilton out of the race, but Sebastian Vettel will have to take another trip through the pit lane as he has had contact with Hamilton. Well, the thing happened to Vettel was he was swerving right for a move on Bottas, and then kind of like a half move, and then kind of like swiped the wing a wee bit.
Caution, caution. Okay, clear.
Hoping I can catch up to his train cars. Get past and hopefully get points, because I'm only a few positions away from it. This has been a crazy race, man.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Copy.
I do not want to go for your weird strategies, Jeff. These tires are doing me just fine to the end of the race. As the Ferrari of Vettel has had to make a pit stop. That is him out to the points. Potentially, he is going to have a very tricky start to the season if this luck continues like that. As we are now only 4 places away from moving into the points, but we are dropping places to dropping back from Charles Leclerc. Things are not looking the best for us at the minute. But we could be potentially staying our fastest lap in the race if we just keep consistent on this lap. Pace and consistency is key. There's Charles Leclerc and Brendan Hartley are battling. No, it's not Max Gasly. I think the driver's wrong. Oh fuck. It's always scary when your car does that.
We have 5 laps of fuel
Remember
remaining.
on the last lap of the TOR race, I just wanted to get P4. I was gonna be so happy with it, and then that happens, and I almost crashed out of the race. But I didn't. So anyway, for the final corner now, well, I set my fastest lap race, Australian Grand Prix, probably not, and I was correct. And I am now even further back than Charles Leclerc. So by the looks of things, we will
Okay, gap ahead is 3.4 seconds.
this race if the gap stays the same. Of course, it may look a bit slow potentially. The race been a very interesting race. A lot of incidents, a lot of drivers retiring. Luckily, we stayed out of it. Pretty much. Like, I did get held up a tiny bit, potentially, from Sergio Rockman's car. Because he spun and then McLaren came into the parking field and swiped in, and then that ended both races. There's still a bit of debris on the exit of turn 14. And disclaimer, this will be the only track in which I will be able to recite corner names and corner numbers because I get graphic corner numbers around most other tracks because I've raced this track so many times that I couldn't count it. And we run very wide, which means there is even more time to Charles Leclerc. Our pace has been absolutely shocking on these tyres. I thought it was quite decent, but it turns out not. Getting held up in the pit lane was definitely the main reason why we have finished lower than our teammate this race. So obviously we got ahead of him by turn. We were running in P9 or P10 going into the pits. But unfortunately, we came out further back than we should have, and a potential points finish at the minute looks to be P10. Sorry,
There's 3
P14.
laps of fuel remaining.
As the only way potentially we could get some positions is like somebody spins and people have the road blocked on them. Maybe, like say, forcingly and
Gap to car in front is 5.9 seconds.
5 of them and get P9. But that looks very unlikely. He's only have 3 laps left. But in other news, Sebastian Vettel is closing into us. And we should be passed by him at some point soon. He's down to P15, which is where we started, which would be we saw it was all P15 started and finished the same position. Seems like we can be consistent. Sebastian Vettel with a much faster car. much faster tyres. And so you're going to go for Birmingham move, or is he going to go for a smart move and mature move, because he is one of the more mature drivers in the grid. It's hard to say that considering he was the youngest world champion. Now he's going to go for a Birmingham move. You know what, I'm going to come back on the inside and I'm going to... Ooh, shoot. Nope, that did not work. Okay, flashback is being used and I'm just going to stay behind him this time.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus.
Of course, you need a faster car for Bahrain. Brendan Hartley will be charging at us in these last 2 laps of the Australian Grand Prix. The pit lane struggle happened as he was bad about being last in the pit lane.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Red tracks where we'll be first in the pit lane. I think it's like Brazil. They put all the top teams at the front of the pit lane and all the bad teams at good teams at the front of the back pit lane and the bad teams at the front. Not only do teams get an advantage because of the faster car, but sometimes also get an advantage because of the pit box. As Mercedes is going to have an advantage over the Red Bull because they're into
The gap
the
to
pit
the car
box
behind
first.
is 3.0 seconds.
Oh, defending there from Hartley, just got one more lap of that, and then I am on P15. Because his tyres are starting to drop off massively and only 28%. Go on to the inside. They're defending my line. Good turn number 1. It's Hartley has to back off as I sweep onto the inside. Defense. But it looks like at the start of the season, a surprise win for Kimi Räikkönen, whose last win was 5 years ago at this track at the start of the 2013 season, and it will be his first win for Ferrari since the 2009 Belgian Grand Prix. He wins the race. Currently in P2 is Valtteri Bottas, and in P3 I think it will be Max Verstappen. P4 I think it is Daniel Ricciardo. P5 it is Nico Hülkenberg. P6 oh! It's a slow Renault at the end of the race. He's broken down. Hülkenberg's broken down. But he's in P5. So I don't think it will be too much of an issue for him as we cross the line in P15.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
As we pass the broken down car, Nico Hülkenberg.
A great win then for the Renault team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
I think the key here was just the quality of the racecraft, you know. I mean, how many overtakes did they make overall? I'm sure we have a stat person keeping score somewhere, and it was fantastic to watch, wasn't it? This is a strategic sport at the end of the day, but it's always really gratifying to see close-fought battles on track. It's what all the fans are after.
As we can see, it's time for the podium, and I can see the Renault team underneath our commentary box going crazy as their drivers walk out. It was a great win, and it means a great deal to this team.
What? A Renault 1-2? Are you kidding me? Hulkenberg must have screwed with the results screen. Surely he must have. He absolutely must have destroyed the timing screen because Renault first and second.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers'
Oh
table.
my
Carlos
God,
Sainz takes
they
the lead of the
did.
drivers' championship.
They destroyed the
Moving on to
timing
the driver
screen.
of the day then.
And
Anthony
Nico
Davidson, who would you
Hulkenberg
go for?
Gets
I'm
his
gonna say
first
Carlos
ever
Sainz.
podium.
It was probably
in
one of his
Formula
best drives this
1,
season, and I was
and
thoroughly
Carlos
impressed.
Sainz
And now let's take a look at the
wins
constructors'
race
standings.
for the
Renault
very
moved to the
first
top of the
time
table.
in his career.
Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment
As
of this Formula One
Grosjean,
season.
Magnussen, Ocon, Perez, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Bottas and Raikkonen finished points. Raikkonen, he got his first win in F1 since the 2013 Australian Grand Prix and his first win for Ferrari since the 2009 Belgian Grand Prix. And then he just destroys the results screen for whatever reason. It just doesn't add up. Anyway, beating out Brendan Hartley by 0.2 of a second. That was tough towards the end, especially considering he had more pace in his tyres than I did. And it was really a struggle with our car, especially against Charles, because he's a lot faster than us at the start of the season. No interviews at the minute, but
Great
according
work.
to
That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for.
rivalry.
Keep it up. We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end
You're
of this
losing by
weekend.
3 points. Alright, Carl's debrief. On the whole, you did well this weekend. We've come away with a decent result. Things are looking pretty positive around the team at the moment, so make sure to keep driving at this level and pay attention to your side of the R&D by Carl. Thanks, Carl. Anyway, major upgrades in R. And I also want to spend a bit of powertrain and a bit of hope can go into next weekend because the Toro also is a faster car. And Emma says, before you leave here, have a look at the invitational events on options on the advanced screen. There's no obligation to participate, but the option's there. I want to go to Japan to race the 1976 Ferrari. And then after we do that, we will end the stream. But don't worry, I will be restarting the stream right afterwards. Probably. Most likely. Actually, Engineer Jeff, by the way. That's not what it says. Japan short. They make short versions of the tracks, but mostly just to fill in for classic car races. Especially at Bahrain and USA.
It's time for
And
a
obviously-
well-deserved rest from the championship for a classic exhibition event today. It's winner takes all, so who will emerge on top in this unique challenge?
Obviously, Japan, obviously. The worst part of the track is now the whole track. Obviously, we can't fit a setup for rotational events. Of course, we'll be trying to drive as fast as we can. Let's take a look into turn one. Will we do this? See, it's difficult to gear up because the car has low signs and it kind of sounds like you're not quite at the top of the gear when you are. It could be a bit more challenging. You could go for 8.1 kilometers. Anyway, thank you for watching the stream or on YouTube. Anyway, I will see you guys